All right, live and direct. You're watching the Star Talent Showcase. I'm your host, Ron Smith. It's a powerful night tonight. We're here, it's a new year. We got Obama back in office. God is good all the time. Right now, we're going to have some real top performances tonight. This is the first. We have a young poet. He's 7 years old, believe it or not. Wisdom like Moses. His name is Imhotep, and he's going to perform for us one of his poems. Plus, coming up, we've got the band. Banddroidz is a punk rock group all the way from Harlem. We're going to have them sit down with us, talk about their music. But with no further ado, we're going to have this young poet. His name is Imhotep. The floor is yours, sir.
Peace. My title is Imhotep Abdul Qadir. Nice to meet you. Peace, Doc. Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you.
Are you ready to have a poem?
Yes.
I am a man. Trust me. Born both proud and brave. Never answered yes to boy because boy equals slave. I am a man. Trust me. I've checked from head to toe, and I've been assured of such even though some may link my size indirectly as inconsequential incorrectly. Yet I'm a man whose time has come as a light to shine for everyone. My mother's nurturing and endless care ensured a man will always be here. My fathers have built the track to erect this uncompromising spine in this man's back. I have honored my mothers and fathers, so my days will be longer and stronger. The Honorable, Noble Drew Ali has set me on a course and principles, then passed me the torch with love, peace, true freedom, and justice. When practiced daily, my destiny is uninterrupted. I am a man. You will soon find I can do anything. Man means mind, the ability to think and reason, who's reliable, strong, and built for all seasons. My great-grandmother Pearl Townsend whispered into my left ear, a real man is astounding. All that I can dream, all that I can see, all that I will do, all that any man can be, must be me. When you look beyond these deep brown eyes, you'll see what I've been up to in my world. I am a giant. Hurry up and find out what this man is all about. I am a man always thoughtful to never be ignored.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Imhotep. That was positive. That was deep, man. Tell me, what motivated you when you started writing this poem? What came to mind? You know, tell me the whole background behind you putting these words down, because this is very spiritual.
Well, on this Saturday morning, I jumped on my dad because he was in this chair with his phone typing a poem for me, but I didn't know. I jumped on him and I said, I love my father. So then I started to read this poem he was putting together for me, and I was like, few seconds later when I read the poem, I said this poem was mine. So then, after I said it, 2 weeks I was practicing, and after 2.5 weeks, I started getting it down pat. and I got this poem.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, did you help your father write the poem? You have a lot.
Yeah, I helped him because I said what he was going to write, and then he wrote it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Now, I understand you're 7 years old and everything. And when you talked earlier, I said, wow, 7 years old, so deep with knowledge and wisdom. Where does all that come from? What is the culture behind all of that and stuff?
My father, really, he's a Muslim.
Okay.
Because he taught me different things that people usually teach their children. Because my father, see, he didn't know when I was going to be born. And when my mom asked him, do you want to have a baby? First time he said no. Second time, he said yes. And then I was born on December 23rd.
Wow.
I was born because I needed to be born because I'm the bringer of peace. Because Imhotep is the title of a bringer of peace.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now, that is something else. Now, is Imhotep, is that an African name, a Muslim name? What is the
Egyptian name.
Egyptian. Beautiful. Great. And now, is poetry something that you always inspired to do? Or
Yes.
Really?
Always inspired because it inspires people. That's why I feel happy when the people get inspired, because it's inspiring me to do the stuff that I need to do with the people so they can feel happy about me.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, for a young man your age, okay, doing poetry, a lot of young people are talking about rap and things like that. Where do you see yourself going in the future with your poems and stuff? And what do you want people to feel? What do you want to motivate them for?
I feel like I'm getting into a better stage of my life because I'm helping people, making them feel good, and some people are having tears of joy because of my greatness. And I have to help them in their life to have a great day until they are not living. Until they're, not here. But if you just talk about them one bit, they're still alive.
I hear you. That's great. That's great. So you were always brought up around this knowledge and wisdom and stuff. And so you feel yourself being aspiring to be a teacher, preacher, or I know you're doing the poetry, but a lot of times I hear inside you is a lot of wisdom and stuff. And is this all self-taught, or is this something that's God-given? You just woke up one day and boom.
Well, because I am a gifted child, because my father gave me more respect, and I was a great child because my parents really respected me and expected that I was going to be here.
That's great. Do you think that young people today, if they got a chance to have the experience like you experienced, things would be a lot different within our youth?
Yes. Yes. And I'm going to be a doctor, brain surgeon, and heart surgeon when I grow up.
All right. That's great. Well, Imhotep, I thank you so much for coming. I wish to God we can do some more talking because you are so powerful and deep. You're going to be something real special. I can see that now. And I wish to God we can have you back again so you could do more poems. You have more poems, right? Okay, definitely. So we will gladly welcome you back to come and talk about some more of your poetry and how you see life, man, as a 7-year-old. I thank you so much. I wish more young people would just like you. Thank you for coming.
Indeed.
Coming up next, the punk rock group Banddroidz is going to be sitting here live with me, and we're going to talk about their music, where they're coming from, and what, man, it's going to be out of sight. So don't you go anywhere. Star Town Showcase. Right back. And we're back. When you think about punk rock music, its history, its culture, a lot of people think about urban white kids in the urban white area, basically talking, but you don't really hear a lot about punk rock these days because you hear a lot about country music, you hear a lot about rock music, you hear about R&B, you hear about rap. But as I'm told, punk rock is coming back. It's coming back in a big way in the urban community. Right now, sitting here, we have the group Banddroidz, Q and Monk. And we're going to sit down and talk with them about the culture of urban punk rock. Or should I call it urban punk rock? Or is it just punk rock?
It's basically just punk rock. There's different sections of it. You have like post-punk, you have, early punk, classic punk, gutter punk. So there are different genres of the music. Just like, you have different, varieties of reggae music, whether it's dance hall, dub, ska music, So it's just, pretty much the same thing.
Beautiful.
So the Banddroidz is actually Harlem punk music. We call it Harlem punk because that's where most of our material is like developed, and we draw from, infused in our material, we draw from the experiences and the people around us in the community of Harlem.
Okay, great. And Monk, let me ask you something. Is punk rock music when did you start really getting into punk rock music? Is it the first type of music that you started listening to?
Oh no, the first kind of music, I started listening to, of course, was great R&B music. Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Ella Fitzgerald, on and on and on. But I got into punk music in the early 80s, from hanging out with other cultures, other, white kids, and where I was raised. Yeah, and it wasn't hard because of my background. I was, my mother was a civil rights activist in the movement, and she was out there marching, so it wasn't hard for me to be attracted to it because, as my brother Q was stating, earlier, that it was about, standing up for something and reading between the lines. So, I started in the 80s, and that's been the music that has allowed me to keep my focus on, on my journey as a musician and where I wanted to be and what I wanted to discuss in my life,
I hear you. And Q, let me ask you this. We, as I said earlier in this, country music, rap music, R&B, jazz, you hear them on the radio. Commercial radio's playing it. Punk rock music isn't getting its play. Why is that?
Well, actually, to be honest with you, it did get its play with, like bands like Green Day. Actually, Green Day, opened the floodgates for punk music to be accepted in mainstream America, music-wise. But nowadays, it hasn't really been coming to the forefront because you have like all these, you have with the popularity of like electronic dance music and, pop music and what have you, kind of like pushed it to the side. But punk is still relevant and it's still there. It's just an underground scene. You know what I mean? Even though it's been blown out mainstream, bands like Nirvana, Rancid, even Green Day, all these bands together, they had like they were the ones to like show America that like punk is acceptable.
Against yourself. Stop your violence against your women, your sisters. Love them. Communicate. Stop the violence. Put your guns away. Put your guns away, boy. Put your guns away. Put your guns away, boy.
is really something. Tell people where we can find your music and where, what's your website, YouTube.
Well, right now we're working on our website, which is, you can find us at www.banddroidz.net or www.banddroidz.com, or you can hit us up on Twitter, Banddroidz on Twitter, Banddroidz on Facebook. We're all over, Banddroidz on YouTube, you know. So we're all over the net. Right now we don't have the site up and running. It'll be up in about a month or so. We're currently putting the camp together to put our next album out. So along with like the album and all the production that we're doing, you'll see a nice, neat package of everything. But for now, we're on the internet.
All right. Thank you so much. That's pretty much our show for the night, right? We're gonna be back again next week with more high-powered talent. And hey, don't miss our Comic-Con. We're going to be taking you live into Comic-Con and getting you all the backstage situations that's coming up. We've got the MMA show that's coming up, as well as the auto show from the Javits Center live. Well, stay tuned to our next show. Till then, thank you. Peace, love.
Stop your ride.